What is up, guys? It is DMG here, and today we're going to be doing an instructions video on the 4-3-3 version 2. So this has been one of my favorite 4-3-3 variations this year. I kind of like any 4-3-3 formation mainly because they have a stronghold in the midfield, plus they have like wingers out wide in the attack, which is perfect for me because I really like having a strong midfield and going out wide on the attacks. But for me personally, the 4-3-3-2 has been one of my favorite formations for the 4-3-3 this year, so I'm just going to be telling you some instructions for it to help better amplify what you can do for this team. So starting off, center backs, I rarely change anything. If I were to change something, it would change interceptions. If you have like a really pacey center back, then you could think about changing the interceptions to aggressive interceptions, because if they happen to miss the interceptions, they can just charge right back because of that pace. But these two center backs aren't that fast, so I'm just going to keep it on balance for everything. Everything's default for the center backs. Now for the left and right backs, I have them both on stay back while attacking. Now I do that for like defensive stability. They can stay back while they can stay back, and they can add that defensive support. Plus, most left and right backs have that high medium work rates. So because of that, they're not always going to be staying back while you are attacking. If they see space and you're kind of stuck, like for example, if Asimo has the ball and there's space on that right flank or he's stuck, Florenzi's going to be providing an outlet for him. He's going to be making that run, which is really nice. So then Florenzi gets the ball running down the wing, you can cut in, you can cross, you can do whatever you want with him. And that is for both the right and the left back. So now for the defensive mid, I have him on stay back while attacking and aggressive interceptions. So I have him on stay back while attacking mainly because I want him there kind of like as an outlet pretty much while I'm attacking. So, you know, if I can reset, if I have to reset, I can just kind of drop it back and he can pass it to whoever's open pretty much. I also have him on aggressive interceptions because for me personally, I really like the possession game. I really like holding possession. So what players do against me usually is kind of counterattack, play defensive. So if I lose the ball, people are going to be countering really hard against me and they're going to be bringing a lot of people forward. So when that happens, I have this guy on aggressive interceptions because if he intercepts the ball while they are countering, I can counter that counter, basically, if that makes sense. I can counter that counter, and because of that, there's going to be like a lot less people for his defense. So, you know, like if I lose the ball and he's playing defensive, he's going to have 6-7 people just sprinting forward. My defense mid intercepts it. There's only going to be 3 or 4 people at the most back. And that's going to really be helpful for me. Now on to the center mids. For Asimo, I have him on balanced attack. Now the reason I have him on balanced attack is because I have Hamsik on get forward. I personally like Hamsik as a center attacking mid. Basically, I feel like he's really good at attacking. And I also feel like there's kind of a gap between the midfield and the attackers. There's kind of a gap between that center mid and those wingers. So I have Hamsik on get forward because, for one, I think he's a better attacker, but also because he's kind of a middleman between that midfield and the attack. He kind of just sit there and he kind of orchestrate things just in that middle right there. So let's say I have the ball with Asamoah or Allen, I can pass it to Hamsik, who's just kind of sitting between the midfield and the attack. I can pass it to him. He can kind of go out wide. He can carry it. He can dribble it wherever he wants. So that's why I have him on get forward. Now, if Asamoah was better at getting forward, then I'd have him on get forward and have Hamsik on balanced. So I do have Asimo on balanced attack because I do want him to be that center mid. I want him getting forward, I want him getting back as well. Because Hamsik, like I said, he's going to be kind of playing that center attacking mid. Allen's going to be kind of playing that defensive mid. So Asimo I want to be getting forward and be getting back. So if for some reason you have a center mid here who you want to be your midfielder who gets forward and gets back, if they have high medium work rates, then what I would do is have them on stay back while attacking. I would try to put them on stay back while attacking. Asimo has high work rate, so I don't really have to worry about that. I just have him on balanced attack. But like I said, if you have a high medium person who you want to be your midfielder who just runs all day, try him at stay back while attacking. Try him at stay back while attacking. And then if you feel like he can get forward a little bit more, then put him on balanced. Now for the attack, for my striker, I want him just to stay central, mainly because I already have wingers out wide, so I don't want him going left, going out to the right, because then there's going to be no one in the middle. Simple as that. So I just have him on stay central to prevent that. Now for my wingers, I have Berardi on cut inside and getting behind, and then I have El Shaarawy on balanced everything. I have him on like the default settings. And the reason I just have a winger just in general on cut inside and getting behind is so then I can basically press that back line. I can, you know, that he makes those runs through. The defense will most likely respect it, because if they don't, then I can just drop it over the top. Berardi can shoot and score. But if they, most of the time they will respect that, so they'll back off. That means when I pass the ball to Jovetic, he'll have more space. And I can turn, I can try to go on the attack a little bit more. And he's decent at dribbling as well, so you know I feel comfortable with him on the ball. So, and you know, if not, I can drop it off to center mid or something who's making a run as well. So that's the reason why I have just a winger in general on cut inside and get him behind. Now the reason I have Berardi specifically and not El Shaarawy on cut inside and getting behind is because I feel more comfortable on the ball with El Shaarawy. So let's say Berardi makes that run through and he's pressing that back line. Like I said, he's the defender's going to be respecting. They're going to kind of drop back to prevent, you know, over the top ball. So what's going to happen is either the striker or your left winger or right winger, depending on who you have cutting inside, getting in behind, one of them is going to be open. So you know, if Jovetic is open and El Shaarawy is covered, then I can just turn and shoot with Jovetic because he's a good striker. And also, if he were to get the ball a little bit further out where it's not really shooting range, you know, then I feel comfortable on the ball with him. If Jovetic is covered and El Shaarawy is open, I feel really comfortable with him on the ball. And I feel like I can really do some damage attacking with him because, first of all, he has great dribbling. Second of all, he has 5-star skills. So I want him to kind of like, not necessarily sitting back, but I want him to be available to where if Berardi is not open and the defense is respecting it and Jovetic isn't open, I can get the ball to El Shaarawy and I can just dribble through everyone and I can score. Simple as that. So what I would recommend is if you do have this formation and you have two wingers here, the one you feel more comfortable on the ball with than the other winger is cut inside getting behind. That's what I would recommend. So, you know, I have El Shaarawy on balanced attack because I feel more comfortable with him. I feel really good on the ball with him. So then the other winger, Berardi, is going to be on cut inside and get in behind. Now, if you have a winger that is like better at shooting and more comfortable on the ball for you personally, like it just pretty much is better than the other winger in general, then what I would recommend is having that winger on balanced. I would have the winger that's not as good pressing the back line because I feel like you can do more damage dribbling the ball than having someone who's not necessarily good at dribbling. And, you know, if that happens, they're going to be losing the ball. Simple as that. Also, if you have that winger that's not necessarily as good pressing the back line and he's open and he's one-on-one with the goalkeeper, he will occasionally be putting it in the back of the net. He's not going to miss every single time. So, you know, I feel more comfortable with, you know, players on the, like, I would want players who I am more comfortable with on the ball and players who maybe aren't as good pressing the back line. So then they're, you know, maybe they're not as involved in the attack, like with the ball at their feet, which is good because I wouldn't feel comfortable on the ball with them anyway. So that is it for this instructions video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it and hopefully this will help you guys with the 4-3-3-2 formation. If you want to see any other tactics video or instructions video for any other formation, just let me know and I'll try to get that done for you guys. But like I said, that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been DMG. Peace. Love that. When I'm like, clear it, no, take it.